Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor at wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge and CEO at TROW, TPSU, and 401k TV. I review all of last week's stories and select the most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story, in a stunning announcement, UBS has called off its $1.4 billion acquisition of robo-advisor Wealthfront, which was valued at 20 times revenue. With the recent market declines and 40 to 90% plummet in fintech valuation, speculation is that UBS got cold feet, plus perhaps the introduction of a recently hired senior leader, Noreen Hassan, who had led digital groups at Schwab and Morgan Stanley. Though the plans to cross-sell wealth to DC clients, like Empower is doing with Personal Capital, may take a hit, UBS already has a sizable investment in SigFig, another robo-advisor. The consolation prize for Wealthfront is a $70 million investment by UBS at the $1.4 billion valuation, bringing their total funding to $275 million. Next story, while UBS backed off its high valuation of a fintech, Goldman Sachs just completed its purchase of Next Capital, rumored to also be at 20 times revenue. Next is a leading managed account provider and will become part of Goldman's multi-asset group as more investment managers look to move into the advice industry. Goldman already owns a DC record keeper, Human Interest, and institutional investment consultant Rokaton, provides wealth services to executives through ACO, recently bought one of the largest RIA aggregators, United Capital, and offers consumer banking services through Marcus, as well as a sizable investment in fintech record keeper Vestwell. Next Capital offers Goldman the opportunity to offer scalable, low-cost, customized investing to RPAs, RIAs, plan sponsors, record keepers, as well as individual investors, as it builds a very impressive integrated tech stack for the DC and consumer markets, all of which are also opportunities to distribute their own proprietary funds. Next story, August job growth slowed down at just 315,000 new jobs added, down from over 500,000 in July, and an estimated 750,000 workers entering the job market, driven in part by inflation, all of which provides a brief relief to the still hot job market, with unemployment at 3.7%, just 2 ticks above a 50-year low from last month. Seeking to avoid a hard landing of high inflation and high interest rates, the slowdown in new jobs may mute an expected rate hike by the Fed. Anecdotally, more companies are implementing a hiring fee freeze and even laying off workers, with some job seekers interested in security over flexibility, and a whopping 75% regretting their new jobs in that first year. Still, it's hard to imagine that the value of benefits, especially retirement plans, will subside as companies are realizing the importance of retention and the high cost of losing critical workers. Next story, one of the most widely quoted and erroneous facts in the 401k echo chamber is that people are living longer. A recent report showed historical declines not seen in almost 100 years, with overall life expectancy at 76 years compared to 79 years in 2019, led by the COVID and opioid crisis. Surprisingly, the US showed greater declines than any other country. Though it might mean improved retirement security, it does not mean that the work is done. But it does mean we have to stop citing fallacies fed to us by provider PR departments and DC lobbyists. Finally, a well-funded benefits and P&C brokerage group, Alera, with $1 billion in revenue and 150 offices, recently hired a well-known DC professional to lead their retirement plan group. Christian Mango, previously at BlackRock's DCIO, and most recently at Financial Fitness for Life, will join Alera. Though they have been quiet in the RPA market, Alera recently acquired DFG 401k Advisors in Phoenix. So another benefits and P&C brokerage firm buys into the RPA market, joining World Insurance, who recently acquired PensionMark, and joining Hub, One Digital, NFP, Marsh Mac, and Gallagher, not to mention Allianz and Assured Partners, along with many regional benefit and P&C firms. The race is on to service participants, especially their wealth needs, with Creative Planning, which bought Lockton's retirement division, another benefits and P&C group, and Cap Trust well ahead, followed by Sageview. Mango's background working with participants at Financial Fit bodes well for Alera, which will play catch-up in the RPA M&A market. So those were the most important stories from the past week. I listed a few others that I thought were worth reading. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any comments. Otherwise, I look forward to talking to you next week on 401k Real Talk.